Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Holtz, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Stanford the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. From inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The offense set for a first down play. On the ground, it's Kaiser. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Stanford!
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense here.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake.
Wasting no time taking a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance. And when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking. They get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30. And a sensational return, and they finally stop him inside the 15.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Handoff to the lone back. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneak wedging himself into the line. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
A nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration. Stopping the...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinal! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? The QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He's going to let it go. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He's got him, and they convert. Bringing the heat. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's looking deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He'll try to do it himself. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
Quarterback keeps it. Got enough for the 1st. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Stanford! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree used to deliver in that memorable 11-win season of 2008. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
How nice is it as a quarterback that you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Razorbacks are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to slam it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Stanford 21, Arkansas 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Finds his big tight end. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
He's looking to pass. Getting some heat. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. I don't know exactly exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you're playing a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Fighting off the defender. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. They'll give it to him again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Cardinal. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Set to advance on the football.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Fires left. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
We talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
This offense has a second down play. Back to throw, it's Reynolds. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
The expressway is wide open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Stanford!
And how about the job blocking by the wide receivers? If you're going to play receiver in this offense, you can't only want to catch the ball, you've got to be willing to block. They did a great job there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Coming after him. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfect perfectly. Set, catch the football. Second down coming.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. They want to run this quarterback. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cardinals!
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Hawaii is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over UNLV. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Trying to make magic on the scramble. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Here comes the offense on second down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Uncorks one to the middle. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able to run over and get the INT.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Quick completion on the out route. And just a short, safe pass away. They pick up a few.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematic.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man, it's Reynolds. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Soft spot in the middle. Touchdown, Stanford! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
It's first down from the 11.
Cricket.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Might as well stick with him. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Off play action on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And it's caught! Touchdown, Cardinal!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he made the extra point without problem. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll throw it on first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Man, what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen, force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmicks, some layups, some screens. They need some yaks, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
Quarterback moving. He's going to take off. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 10. Touchdown, Stanford! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Davey, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line. Quarterback checking off. On third down, going up top. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Might be looking to run. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback keeper. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Buying some time. A little release to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. UMass has had almost no answers today, and when they have had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Amherst. They're trailing by 21 to East Carolina. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand.
Okay,
the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking to throw.
Ready.
2nd down coming up.
Alert, alert. Get set, get set. Go.
Off play action. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down. And what do they do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick.
21.
And stampeding through the defense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Ready.
1st down for this offense.
Let's go.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Looking to move it through the air. Setting up the screen. Open space at the 25. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Gain of 30. First and goal. Stanford. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Stanford 66, Arkansas 21.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Now on the move. Touchdown, Cardinal! And the pummeling has started. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the point after is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Set to kick it off.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Trying to find his man on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Lets it fly. Finds a man by himself. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
They'll throw it on first down. He fires to the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He gets it in there for the 2, and they'll chop a couple off that lead. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page and playing together. I love it.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got it in the middle, it's Clemens. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Stanford! And the punishment has been extended. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Still looking on the move. Going to try to get it himself. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider.
He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Okay, ready?
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down.
Clear. Clear. Roll it. Ready.
He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. Got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw for it. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys.
Here we go.
Jukes his way for more. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Leaves it with the running back. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
After 32. First down for the offense.
After this, it'll be a wrap.
Green 25.
And the ball is free on the pitch. And the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop.